Hello everyone, I'm Joseph Lyle H. Solis, and today I'm going to talk about individual self-assessment as part of my final output for art appreciation, or GE Art Up. So to start, let me answer the first question. So what roles does art and creativity play in your personal and professional life to come? As for me, art and creativity helps me boost my mind and improve my critical thinking. So let's talk more about mood booster first. So in this day and age, we need art. We need art more than ever with this pandemic taking a toll in our mental health, and immersing ourselves with different forms of art has certain effects on our mood. So it can be color psychology, music, and exercise, such that it plays a key role on my personal and professional life to come. So for color psychology, certain colors can affect our mood. Most of the fast food chains such as McDonald's, Jollibee, and KFC uses the color red as part of their logo. So because of that, since red induces our brain to gain appetite, such that whenever we take a look at their logos, we often feel hungry. So other colors have different effects on our mood, but in this presentation, I'm going to focus on the color green. Green provides a serene feeling such that my mind becomes calm and I'm able to focus on the task I'm currently working on. So I'm lucky to have a view of trees outside the window of my room. Based on my experience, listening to music, especially to be specific, classical music, has increased my capacity to work efficiently without the distracting lyrics. I am able to express my thoughts effectively. As for exercise, it keeps my body healthy and mind sharp. It's, it's a nice way of taking a break from a stressful circumstances. So for critical thinking makes people question the ideas and assumptions being taught to them. Without critical thinking, the world would cease to progress. Immersing oneself in art has a big factor towards improving critical thinking. To begin, whenever we observe artworks like paintings, sculptures, and etc., it makes our mind puzzled such that we start to imagine things that are not usual. For example, let us talk about the famous painting of Leonardo da Vinci, which is Mona Lisa. So there are many theories that surround that painting. So she can be considered as the epitome of beauty during the Renaissance period. So some people have observed that Mona Lisa's expression changes depending on the viewer. In my perspective, the viewer's emotion state influences the way they view the expression of Mona Lisa. So there are those who speculated that Mona Lisa is Leonardo da Vinci himself as a girl. So based on this theory, we can extrapolate that our minds have various ways of imagining things. With that in mind, art drives us to express our creative imagination and perspective, which in turn enable us to question everything we observe. So for the second question, in what ways does it interact with or in your professional practice? My answer for that is designing solutions. As a computer engineer, designing is a must. So designing solutions. So I narrowed it down into two topics, namely algorithms and electronic circuit. So let's define algorithm. Algorithms is a finite sequence of instructions that is well defined to solve a problem or to perform a computation. Let's say we are instructed to sort a given dataset into ascending order. So as a programmer, there are many algorithms to choose from in order to sort the dataset. As we can see from the diagram, there is quicksort and merge sort that performs different steps but arrives in the same outcome. So as each one of us have unique perspective and imaginations, I can also create another sorting algorithm that sorts datasets. So for electronic circuit, sometimes my logic circuit design is complex and can be subjected to simplification. So for simplification, I can employ different theories in order to simplify the circuit as shown from the above figure. So what I mean by simplifying is that reducing the complexity of the circuit while maintaining the same output. So what is the purpose of simplification of a circuit? The purpose of simplifying a circuit is to reduce the cost of the circuit, which means less components to use, and to improve the performance. So as discussed from the previous question, that art improves our critical thinking. So in simplifying circuits, I can utilize my observation and imagination skills. So for the third question, what are your 3 best takeaways from the class modules, activities, and presentation? Over the course of this lecture, my 3 best takeaways is that art is culture, emotion, and subjective. Art reflects the culture of a community as it is evident on the artworks discovered from the past, which in turn depicts the course of history. The oldest painting discovered was on the wall of El Castillo cave, and it was considered as the birthplace of art. But recently, paintings that were discovered in Solis cave challenges the painting found on El Castillo cave as the oldest painting recorded in history. So what these 2 paintings have in common? What is common with both of them is that they depict animals that are usually suitable for hunting by humans. So since it depicts, so with this painting in this cave, it depicts how people during that time lived their life, which is hunting animals as a way of living in order to survive. So like how emotions influences our decisions in life, artworks are influenced by the creator's emotion. Emotions are the internal reaction of our past experiences or memories. So Claude Monet's Woman with a Parasol painting has caught my attention as one day I dream of having a family that lives with simplicity. Moreover, Woman with a Parasol is Monet's way of expressing the feeling of a casual family outing. So, art is a form of communication in which the person expresses his feeling, thoughts, and observations. Communications are subjective because we as the receivers have different interpretations on the messages being transmitted by the sender. Therefore, art is subjective. So as for the last question, have you done your best in attending and participating in this class? And why do you say so? I think my answer is yes, because I'm a person that strives to do my best in everything. To be honest, my art skills is kind of mediocre. However, art fascinates my mind, which in turn helps me try to improve my skills in interpreting artworks. My most memorable experience in this subject is recreating art. When I watched the movie Mr. Bean, I was laughing a lot with how Mr. Bean recreated Whistler's mother, such that I thought that the painting was fiction and it didn't exist. However, with the task of recreating artwork, I saw Whistler's mother as one of the most famous paintings of all time. I decided to recreate it using the household items in my home, and I tried my best to recreate the painting and at the same time having fun. And that's all that I'm going to discuss for today. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video about individual self-assessment. Thank you.